cirkulira više u samoj sjednici i zaključcima od visokog predstavnika gospodina Kristijana Šmita.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon. The Peace Implementation Council Steering Board, political directors, we've just concluded our session here in Sarajevo. I would like to share the key findings following our review of the situation in Bosnia and Herzegovina and developments concerning the implementation of the Dayton Peace Agreement. First, I had the honor to report from the commemoration ceremony at White Patterson Air Force Base in Dayton, Ohio, where we have, by invitation of the NATO Parliamentary Assembly, gathered. But first, for today, I would like to thank all our guests we had. First, the political party leaders who participated and shared their views regarding the current situation in Bosnia and Herzegovina and the country's path to EU membership. This includes Sarajevo, Banja Luka, and Mostar-based parties. I also wish to thank Central Bank Governor for her valuable briefing on safeguarding institutional stability and the proper functioning of state institutions. Members support the independence of the BiH Central Bank and her leadership. I must call on all relevant actors in BiH to fully respect and preserve the constitutional mandate of central bank. This means that the central bank is dedicated to work first and foremost for the state and its institutions. Ladies and gentlemen, this year, as we know, marks 30 years since the signing of the Dayton Peace Agreement. We were a little bit early in this year in Dayton. It has been in December that this peace treaty ended the war, but it remains as well indispensable foundation of a peaceful future for all citizens in Bosnia and Herzegovina. Quote, original Dayton, a phrase often used lately, can only refer to one thing: the entire peace agreement, which enables BiH to assume responsibilities to defend its sovereignty and obliges the entities to comply with all decisions of the BiH institutions. The Dayton Peace Agreement also confirms that BiH exists as an international recognized state since 1992 in its current borders, and that its internal structure was modified in 1995 to make it compromise of two entities. In other words, Bosnia-Herzegovina is a sovereign state. Its entities exist only within BiH, as defined by the Constitution. As at the meeting, members strongly condemned actions taken by officials of the Republika Srpska authorities that directly challenge Bosnia and Herzegovina's constitutional framework. This includes the negligence of the decision of the Constitutional Court, where they have just 29th of May repeated and underlined that transfer arrangements on the basis of the Dayton Constitution are part of the Constitution and it cannot be distinct between original data and data of today if there has been a transfer and is given the competence to the state level. It is on the state level to decide to give it, if requested, back to the entities or to other levels by consensual voting. So this is very important, and I wanted just to refer, maybe to understand for some people in Banja Luka having legal problems in understanding. Such actions as we've seen do not serve the people, least of all the citizens of Republika Srpska. They lead to instability, political isolation, and economic setbacks. As a result, this move threatens the rights and freedoms of all citizens. And by request and just confirming the political position of the parties coming from Banja Luka, I'm happy to say that we all agreed that issues of sanctioning, of acting legally, is not directed against the citizens of Republika Srpska. It's very important and was repeated quite often, and to assure that we are finding and looking for a joint way to come out of the problems. We urge in this sense all political actors, civil society and citizens in Republika Srpska to continue to defend the rule of law and promote cooperation. Just by the way, I've heard some sentences from Banja Luka complaining or discussing whether political parties from Banja Luka are allowed to come to Sarajevo to assist the PIC or report and discuss with the PIC. Nobody has the right to decide which party has to go where. This is their own individual and right, and I would strictly recommend not to continue any such wrong interpretations about the competence of maybe, let me